Hello students, welcome to AKS. Today we will look into the PIB updates for the second week of December 2019. So to begin with, the Archaeological Survey of India has identified 138 monuments as must-see monuments. What does this mean? There are about 38 World Heritage Sites in India, out of which 22 are cultural sites, including monuments or buildings and caves which are under the protection of Archaeological Survey of India. The must-see list features outstanding Indian monuments and archaeological sites under the protection of Archaeological Survey of India, including those that feature on UNESCO's World Heritage List. So there is this juxtaposition between the list of UNESCO's World Heritage List and Archaeological Survey of India's must-see list. So these monuments and sites display exceptionality. Not every site can be under the must-see list of the ASI. These sites should have exceptionality in terms of art, architecture, planning, design, and which are of unique testimony to the civilization of the past. Okay, and which show exemplary engineering skills. So these are some of the criteria which have been adopted by the Archaeological Survey of India to list certain monuments or certain sites in India as the must-see sites. Now let us look into some details about the Archaeological Survey of India. It is an attached office under the Department of Culture under the Ministry of Tourism and Culture. So please remember these kind of facts can be important for your prelims examination. ASI is a premier organization for archaeological excavations, researches, conservation of monuments, and protection of cultural heritage of the nation. So, this ASI was founded in the year 1861 by Alexander Cunningham, who became its first Director General. The most important of the Society's achievements was the decipherment of the Brahmi script by James Prinsep in the year 1837. This successful decipherment inaugurated the study of Indian paleography. Next is about the zonal cultural centers. The government of India has set up 7 zonal cultural centers to promote interstate cultural development programs. The mandate of the Ministry of Culture is to protect, preserve, and promote various forms of folk art and culture throughout the country. So, as to meet this objective, the government of India has set up 7 zonal cultural centers with the headquarters at Patiala, Nagpur, Udaipur, Prayagraj, Kolkata, Dimapur, and Tanjavur. These zonal council centers will engage cultural troops from different states to participate in major festivals under the National Cultural Exchange Program. They will also organize various cultural festivals and programs on a regular basis in all states and union territories. So, these cultural centers help in national integration as well. Next, the Green Good Deeds Initiative. This initiative is to promote environmental awareness and to mobilize people's participation for the conservation of the environment. What are the details of this? This initiative was launched by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So please remember these kind of facts which could be important for your prelims examination. It has been launched to protect the environment and promote good living in the country. Okay, this initiative is about practical steps that students, teachers, or citizens can perform in their day to day life towards protection of the environment. The idea behind this initiative is to sensitize people and students in particular about climate change and global warming. The ministry has drawn up a list of over 500 green good deeds and asked people to fulfill their green social responsibility. So, the takeaways from this topic of PIB is this Green Good Deeds initiative was launched by the Ministry of Environment and Forest, and it is an awareness program which seeks to mobilize people's participation for conservation of the environment. Next, Lok Sabha passes the Arms Amendment Bill 2019. This bill seeks to enhance the punishment for existing offences like illegal manufacture, sale, transfer, acquiring, possessing, or carrying prohibited arms or prohibited ammunition, and illegal manufacture, sale, transfer of firearms. It proposes to define new offences and prescribes punishment for them, such as taking away firearms from police of armed forces, involvement in organized crime syndicate, illicit trafficking, including smuggled firearms of foreign make or prohibited arms, and use of firearms in rash and negligent manner, in celebratory gunfire and endangering human life. Further, the bill seeks to enhance the period of arms license from 3 years to 5 years and also to issue arms license in its electronic form to prevent forgery. So, this amendment assumes significance in recent times as law enforcement agencies have indicated a growing nexus between possession of illegal firearms and commission of criminal offences. The transborder dimension of illegal trafficking, a causing threat to internal security, and to prevent the usage of illicit firearms so trafficked, has also become a primary concern. To effectively curb crimes related to or committed by using illegal firearms and to provide effective deterrence against violation of law, there is an urgent need to strengthen the existing legislative framework by making appropriate amendments in the Arms Act 1959. The licenses and arms ownership of spokespersons would not be adversely affected because of the bill. The provision related to ownership of arms by retired and serving personnel of armed forces also remains unaffected by the amendment. Next, Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya National Mission on Teachers and Training. The aim of this mission is to provide quality teachers in schools and college, attract talented people to the education sector, and to improve the overall quality of teaching. This mission aims to set the teaching standard so that the organized cadre of professional teachers can be created. The objective of this mission is to develop innovative teaching methods and high level institutional facilities in all the constituent areas of education. The scheme was launched in the year 2014. It is now under implementation of 42 institutions. It is under the Ministry of HRD. So, please remember this fact that the Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya National Mission on Teachers and Training is an initiative of the Ministry of HRD. Okay. Next, the Central Groundwater Board, that is CGWB, is implementing the National Aquifer Mapping and Management Program for aquifer mapping in the country, including in areas which have recorded a high depletion of groundwater in phases. What is this National Aquifer Mapping and Management Program? This program refers to groundwater resource mapping. It was launched in the year 2012 with the CGWB as the executing body. The program aims to cover more than 25 million square kilometers that have been delineated as hydrogeologically mappable. Since groundwater is a key component in a number of programs launched by various union government ministries, a carefully crafted convergence of NAQUIM outputs can help in. Next, the Department of Pharmaceuticals under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers has a sub-scheme, namely Assistance to Medical Device Industry for Common Facility Center under the umbrella scheme for development of pharmaceutical industry. Under the sub-scheme, financial assistance to the tune of 25 crore or 70% of the project cost, whichever is less, may be provided for the creation of common facilities under any medical device park promoted by the state government or state corporations. Next, the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India's Hygiene Rating Scheme is a user-driven, technology-enabled scheme applicable to food businesses supplying food directly to consumers either on or off the premise. Food businesses are rated on the basis of food hygiene and safety conditions found at a time of inspection and are given a score as per their hygiene and food safety compliance. The scheme has been recently introduced for food service sector under hotels and restaurants, etc. Next, the Union Cabinet has given its approval to the proposal of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways authorizing the National Highways Authority of India to set up the Infrastructure Investment Trust as per the INVIT guidelines issued by the SEBI. This will enable the NHAI to monetize completed national highways that have a toll collection track record of at least 1 year, and the NHAI reserves the right to levy toll on the identified highways. This INVIT as an instrument provides greater flexibility to investors and is expected to create the following opportunities, namely generation of specialized O&M concessionaries, that is operation and maintenance concessionaries, attract patient capital for say 20 to 30 years to the Indian highway market, as these investors are averse to construction risk and are interested in investment in assets which provide for long-term stable returns, and also retail domestic savings and corpus of special institutions such as mutual funds, PFRDA, to be invested in infrastructure sector to INVIT. Next, the Union Cabinet has given its approval for signing of agreement on social security between the Republic of India and the Federative Republic of Brazil. India has been entering into these bilateral SSAs, that is social security agreements with other countries, in order to protect the interests of Indian professionals or skilled workers working abroad for short durations and enhance the competitiveness of Indian companies. So, friends, these were the important updates for the second week of December 2019. Thank you. Have a good day.